So, I mean, you're leaving Bill Watts's territory. How is your relationship with Bill whenever you're saying, "Hey, man, I'm out"?
Oh, it was good. My relationship with Bill was always good, and and again, wrestling promoters, they know. I mean, that's why the territorial days were so good because you could go make your name for yourself in a territory. And I mean, for example, Mid South. Mid South was all of Arkansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Mississippi. It was a big territory. Originally, I think Louisiana and Mississippi were another entity, and Arkansas and Oklahoma had always been part of the Leroy McGurk deal. That was his. But anyway, through Bill Watts coming on board, they all got connected, and so that the Mid South became a very big territory.
But so, I mean, you're heading up, and it's I mean, I guess it's a competition. This is still the territories. Bill Watts, he didn't mind you going off to make a name in New York.
Well, I mean, territories are like that, though. You go to a territory, you spend some time there, you know, uh, and then you move on to another territory where you would, again, because of, back then, I mean, all of these television shows were regional.
Mhm.
Now you turn on the TV, and I guess AEW's got their time, and the WWE's got their show, but it's coast to coast. Well, that wasn't the case then. I mean, I could wrestle for Bill in Mid South, and go to Georgia, and nobody ever heard of me.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, and unless you were the kind of fan that followed it in the like the wrestling magazines or something, that would be the only other way that people would know who you were, other than So you go to a new territory, and you're fresh, you're brand new, and you start over. And again, I did that. You know, I went back to Amarillo and stayed for a while, and then I went back to worked for Vince, and then I went from I'm sorry, not Vince, Bill. I went I went to Georgia, and I was there was Terry Funk that told me. He said, Teddy, he says, get on Georgia Championship Wrestling, get on that TV. It's the only um, cable television that's coast to coast, so a lot more people are going to see it because your name's in the hat.
Mhm.
For possibly being the next NWA world champion. But I think the reason that I never got it was because I kept going back to Bill, and at that time, Bill was not affiliated with the NWA. So this is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion,
Right.
and so it was recognized in St. Louis and in a lot of places, but where anywhere the NWA was recognized. So
Well, you certainly had some good runs with that North American championship with Bill, and we'll be going back to revisit a lot of that here in the near future.